Was Ric Flair a mentor at the time, or do you think he was insecure about your quick push?
No, I never felt that from Rick myself. I mean, people have their own opinions, but I never felt Rick being resentful towards me or anything. He wanted to teach me to do more things in the ring and add to my repertoire as much as I could do. You know, I'd never be a Ric Flair worker, but I mean, he didn't want me to be. You know, because them body types, different look. You know, so. He was. I always felt like Rick was very helpful.
Did anybody ever give you advice on how to do promos?
And it's really hot in here, guys.
Is it really?
You're sweating.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not that bad. See, it's all the way up, actually. So yeah, this is. Oh, no, this doesn't move.
It's me. I keep my place like 60 degrees. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sure it's me.
What do you remember about the Crockett when he brought UWF? And was there tension or cliques between the two companies when he first bought UWF?
I heard there was. At the time, I didn't know. Once again, I was pretty new in the business, so I didn't know there was, but I guess there was.
Right.
And once I got to know Sting and started to travel with him, he felt like he explained that they were treated kind of like they were the lower echelon, and
Like
we were the
second class.
big deal. And, you know, I mean, Sting didn't mean in a bad way. He just felt, you know, they were like second class, you know.
Right.
And me being on the ones who weren't treated that way, I guess I didn't really see it that way, you know,
Right.
which is, I guess, human nature. You know, I didn't try to treat him with disrespect at all, but I mean, I just, once I talked to Sting and got to know him real well and everything, I could see his point, you know, definitely.
How did your friendship actually develop with Sting?
It's funny, the first time, he'd know my sense of humor, and I have a kind of dry, sarcastic sense of humor.
Right.
People take it the wrong way a lot of times, and it's just who I am, and it's not meant to be cocky or anything. First time Sting said it to me, he came out and goes, "How do you stay in such good shape traveling and this stuff?" I go, Stolies and peanut covered M&Ms, and he walked away like, "You gotta be kidding me." I compliment you and you dissed me. You know what I mean? We joked about that forever after that, you know. And but Sting's a great guy. And he gave me, luckily, he gave me a second chance. We had and still have a great friendship, you know.
I'm going to ask you more about him later on. Whose idea was to turn you babyface against the Horsemen?
Whoever was in charge of the booking,
Probably Dusty.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, once again, I'm being honest with you guys. I never sat in one booking meeting.
Were you for it or against it, or?
Once again, I don't want to be cliche, but I Matt Suter really drilled me. You do what you're told to do.
Right.
You know, you promoter pays you your paycheck. You do what it tells you to do. If he wants you to turn babyface, you do it.
Right.
You know, and do the best you can do at it.
Right.
He wants you to be a bad guy or a heel, you be the best heel you could be.
How did your matches at that time with Barry Windham differ from your matches down in Florida, or were they pretty much the same?
As far as wrestling against Barry,
Or did you feel that you were evolving as in the ring and everything? Did you feel that maybe they were smoother and a lot better? Could you feel that you were like your talent?
Well, I think everybody gets more comfortable in the ring,
Right.
And interacts with the crowd as they get more experience. But I was always just a basic ground attack guy. I never did a lot of fancy stuff, and I just, once again, going back to Matsuda, he taught wrestle.
Right.
Don't do all this flipping and all that crazy stuff that's so
Right.
prevalent now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I respect the guys who do this stuff. It's great talent, athletic ability. But I mean, Barry's a great worker. I mean, gosh,
One of the best.
Yeah, one of the best ever. So I had nothing but respect for that. From that, you can't help but learn something, no matter how bad you are, working with him. A guy that's that good worker.
At what point in your career did you able to start calling a lot of your own matches, and did the vets resent that at all? Or?
Ricky Steamboat taught me how.
Wow.
I never called a move in my match until Ricky Steamboat said, No one's ever taught you how to call a match. I don't know. So he started out calling the whole match. I don't know. I have a program with him. Pretty great guy. Steamboat, by the way. Super nice guy. And he called the whole match and go, okay, tonight I'm going to let you call the heat. He let you call it good or bad.
Right.
Afterwards, he'd sit down with you and say, okay, this was good, this was bad. You should have done this here, but you shouldn't have done that after. Here's why. And, he really, made sense of things.
Right.
And then he got to the point where he said, I want you to call my moves for me. You know what I do. So he took me through the point of not ever calling anything.
Wow.
To calling his and my part of the match.
Right. Wow.
So other than the comeback, which we pretty much everybody had their own trademark kind of comeback. I mean, he walked me through it over a period of months, step by step. Great guy.
So you were actually able to take that knowledge and put it to your match with other guys. So
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Ricky was a huge help in that way.
What were some of your favorite NWA towns to work in?
Our narrative, I was joking that I was clueless. And until I worked with Ricky Steamboat, I probably was pretty clueless. You know what I mean?
memories of the first War Games match that you were involved in.
Pretty crazy. Sting was jumping from one ring to the next and over 2 ropes. And
All right.
Guys bleeding all over the place. And pretty,
The one where JJ got
pretty
injured?
different.
Did JJ get injured in the one War Games? His shoulder?
Yeah, the cage was too low and
Right.
the Road Warriors were supposed to move and the Road Warriors don't mean bad by it at all, but if they were supposed to move, they were gonna get it in,
Somebody we were talking to
And
was
they hurt his shoulder, but they didn't mean to do it.
Right.
I mean, gosh, they felt horrible afterwards.
Did you like that kind of style matches with the cage and the? Did you like it in your matches, the cage matches? Because they did a lot of cage matches in Crockett. And there was like a lot of.
I liked it because it helped draw bigger crowds.
Right.
So that I always liked wrestling for more people than less, But to me, whether it was a cage match or a regular match, it really didn't matter that much, to be honest with you.
Were you for or against all the color that they had?
You know what? I got color myself, and Ric Flair taught me how, and I was scared to do it or anything else, and I did it. But I didn't like the outcome for some of the guys that seen him done for like 20 years. I'm human. You look at some of the guys,
Right. Yeah.
their whole foreheads was like all scar tissue. It's kind of like, whoa.
Right.
Like Manny Fernandez.
Yeah,
and
I
guys
don't
like
have
that.
looking like that. I don't mean in a bad way, but